111-105, your final score. And a fifth straight win for Utah, all over, of course, Eastern Conference competition. But you talk about winning the games that you need to win, because as we look at the top 5 in the Western Conference, the race for playoff seeding there, I think, is probably hotter than ever.
It really is. And look, the Lakers got a huge win at home, playing the Bucks last night, and got another huge game tomorrow. Versus the Clippers. I don't know, is it a home game or a road game? But I know it's in Staples.
Technically a home game for the Clippers.
Okay.
This one.
Still in Staples.
You played on both teams, huh?
Right, yeah.
Only thing changed was the colors.
Yeah, well, I heard the family room was a lot worse on the Clippers side than the Lakers side, especially now.
Several aspects of the arena.
It's a little different.
The game is Sunday, 3:30, ABC. The Lakers, at this point, have a 5.5 game lead in the standings, but the Clippers can extend their win streak to 7. It may not make that big a difference. Well, it doesn't make a difference at all in the standings if the Clippers win it, but could it be a statement for that team?
Huge statement. I think when you look at the road ahead for the Lakers right now, it's very important that they get a quality win versus the Clippers, as they're all healthy and out there. And they're assembled and they're playing great basketball, like you mentioned. They're currently on a 6-game win streak, and this is a home game for them. This will be a great statement opportunity, just like LeBron made last night, head-to-head, neck-to-neck with the MVP discussion. Giannis literally put the crown on his head in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I'm the king. And LeBron came out and put on what we call a demonstration.
Yeah. Yes.
You could definitely see that. Bron had that date marked on his calendar to get his get back. But I don't think these two teams, I don't think the championship or what they're looking for is won in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
It actually could be fool's gold if you actually win this game tomorrow and kind of become complacent when it is time for playoffs, because you're still holding on to that one win or those 2 wins that were only regular season wins. So other than getting home court advantage, what is home court advantage in LA? I mean, other than the
right.
I mean, other than the
your
court
locker
changing
room
colors,
situation is changing regardless.
Other than them hiding the banners, the championship banners, I mean, it's pretty much a home game. So I don't think home court really takes
Great point.
Great point, but I'll tell you this. The runs that we've been on, I'll tell you this. You do not want to go into the playoffs without having not beaten a team not once. You gonna tell me I went Oprah Winfrey against all these teams that we played against?
I just
straight donut.
Yes.
Well, that feel me? Well, that happened with us in Washington when we played Toronto in 14, and actually it was 2015. Yeah, 15.
Paul Pierce went to the 4 position.
But listen, they swept us during the regular season, but we swept them in the playoffs. So that was the only time, to your point, that I saw that, because we thought we lost the series coming in already, because we lost 4 games to the Raptors. But on the flip side of that, we actually swept them.
The experience was different for y'all in that 2015. Nobody's sweeping the Clippers. When you look at that talent pool, I think it was different because y'all had a veteran advantage over those guys, and y'all made the adjustment. Paul Pierce at the 4 position, that leadership, y'all had the edge over there.
I think what I'm trying to say is it could also scare you if you hadn't beat a team yet. You're like, we got to come.
You need to beat them once.
Yeah, exactly. But once we got them once in that game 1 on the road, we start gaining confidence.
Yeah.
And then we start seeing them starting to unfold. So I don't think, and you heard Kawhi say at the beginning of the season that this series is not going to be won in the regular season. This is something that's going to be battled out. And when the smoke clears, it's going to be in the playoffs on who's actually the better team.
Well, so you see this as simply about bragging rights, perhaps, but not indicative of playoff success?
I don't think LeBron care about bragging rights or anything like that, but I think his sense
for him specifically.
Yeah, but I think the sense of urgency is different now.
Yeah.
You still have to look up. If you're the number 1 team in the Western Conference and you have that. You're the number 1 team in the Western Conference, and you haven't beaten the Clippers. That's going to be hovering with you or being in the back of your head from a mental standpoint going into the playoffs if you have to match up with that team.
Well, when we come back, we're going to talk elsewhere in the Western Conference playoff race.
That is Friday. So we just gave you your entire slate of all your NBA action, starting tomorrow with the game of the century. Listen, I got to sell this, okay? You have the Lakers coming off that huge win against the Bucks on Friday night. LeBron James giving you that scowl, mean mugging, coming with the numbers, making things happen, going up against the Clippers, who are, let's just say, confidently quiet coming into this game. They haven't lost to the Lakers all season. They're on a winning streak. They don't lose when everybody's healthy. I'm very excited about this game. We spoke about it in the locker room. We're going to sit at the crib and in our own individual cribs and watch. What is the thing that you're looking forward to most in watching this game on Sunday?
Well, look, this, I guess in the Southland they call this the county championship.
Yeah.
LA City title. I mean, whatever you want to do. I want to see if LeBron James asserts himself against the Clippers the way he did against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks on Friday night. If we see that guy, if that LeBron shows up, that kind of adds a nice little wrinkle to this series because up till now, the Lakers have not had enough, Dante, to combat what the Clippers bring to the table. I think the Clippers are the deeper team. I like the Lakers' top-heavy stars better, but I like the depth and the quality depth that the Clippers bring to the table. We're going to see, can LeBron do what he did against Giannis and the best team in the league in the Bucks on paper, on record, against the team that is standing directly in their path in the Clippers?
I liked what we saw last night. I like to see superstars go at it, superstars guard each other. I like to see Giannis and LeBron go at each other. Obviously, the Lakers came out on top. LeBron James asserted himself. He attacked the basket all night long. He showed he was still dominant in the post. That is what we need out of LeBron coming down the stretch. I think that's what we're going to see from LeBron coming down the stretch. But I'm tired of all the talking. I'm tired of all the talking of who's the best in the West, Clippers versus Lakers. I'm tired of people asking me questions. Who do I think is the best between the Lakers and the Clippers? I think that the Clippers have an amazing coaching staff over there. They have Doc Rivers, but not only do they have Ty Lue, who's been coaching LeBron for 4 years, so he understands how to unravel a team led by LeBron. You got the Lakers over there who are bigger than the Clippers, who can dominate a playoff game, but you have two teams that are getting ready for the playoffs and getting ready to play a certain style of basketball, trying to win an NBA championship. So now this is where it counts. The Christmas Day game was a game that you could just you could throw out the window. They competed at a high level. It came down to the last play. But this is the game where we see who is the best team in the West. Now, no more excuses. Two teams have to go out there. You're going to have to find out who's the better go-to guy, LeBron or Kawhi, who has the best supporting cast, who's the best team in the West and overall the best team in basketball. I think the Lakers took care of the Bucks, taking care of all that nonsense of they have the best record, they're the best team. Lakers took care of them on their home floor. But now you get to see who's the best team in the West and who's going to be the favorite to win the Western Conference.
The Lakers almost need this one. It seems like they continue to get beat by the Clippers and everything. You look at the offseason. They didn't get Kawhi. They wanted Kawhi, didn't get him. Opening night, they get slapped in the face by the Clippers. The second game, they get slapped in the face again on Christmas Day. When it came time to trades and buyouts, the Clippers seemed to win that battle as well, adding to the depth of their team. You look at the Lakers, usually the Lakers are the ones that come in first place. They're the ones that get all the shiny new toys, and the Clippers are, getting the hand-me-downs in the back. But the Clippers have been winning a lot. And again, I mentioned Kawhi, who's definitely been giving it to LeBron every time that they play. This game is super important for the Lakers, isn't it?
No question. And I think it's as important to LeBron as what Friday night's game was. You saw LeBron step up and guard Giannis. He's the one who decided, I got to take this defensive challenge on and guard Giannis. Anthony Davis got in early foul trouble, picked up 2 quick ones early. LeBron decided, hey, if we're going to win this game, if we're going to show that we're a championship team, it's on me. And I think, to me, we overlook how many times LeBron has done this, how many different times he's been stacked up against whatever this challenge is supposed to be. Think back early in his career. He had to get through the Celtics. He had to get through the Pistons first, remember? Mm-hmm. He had to get through the Pistons to get to the finals. Well, he did that. Had to break through and beat the Celtics at some point. He did that. I mean, every challenge he's faced, he's found a way. He had to battle the Warriors in the finals, outmanned. Nobody would tell you that he went into any of those finals with a better team. The fact that he came back and beat the 73-win Warriors goes down in history. So to assume that LeBron is not going to show up in a marquee matchup after Kawhi has stolen his lunch money a couple times, after the Clippers have kicked sand in the sandbox out there in L.A. on him a couple times, I'm expecting vintage LeBron James in this game tomorrow.
If you get vintage LeBron James, you also give your teammates energy. And I'm big on how the energy, goes through the roster, when they saw LeBron James attacking, when they saw LeBron James guarding, everybody had to step their game up another notch. But as we talked about yesterday, Ro, AD has to come and show up. AD has to show his dominance on a team that doesn't have a player to match up with him on paper. He's the best power forward in that game, so he has to be that power forward. He has to dominate on the offensive and the defensive side of the game. This is his game. This is his game for him to take over. They have matchups for LeBron. They have depth at the wing spot. They have guards. They can try and throw a lot of bodies at Bron, but they don't have as many bodies to throw at AD, and AD has to step up and show that he's the dominant player in this series.
Speaking of having guys step up, obviously you were a part of that team that came back against the Golden State Warriors 3-1 with LeBron, so you're familiar with what he does in certain situations. Sometimes he'll come out and want to score and impose his will or be the facilitator. We know AD can get his numbers, but outside of AD and maybe Kyle Kuzma, there hasn't really been a ton of offensive production consistently from the rest of the players. How do you expect LeBron to come out in this game? What type of mentality will he have from the jump ball?
I think the carryover from last night's mentality of attacking the basket early, not settling for jump shots, but also trying to get AD involved and give him some early confidence. I think that's going to be big because if AD gets going and AD attacks like LeBron and they get a tempo going to where the Clippers are back on their heels, like that's what's going to lead them to a victory. You can't wait in a series, we're in a game versus the Clippers because the Clippers are trying to come out and manhandle you. You got to hit them in the mouth early to have a chance to win that game because you can't keep them in the game for coming down to the fourth quarter because they do have defensive guys that you can throw a lot of defensive nightmares at you.
No disrespect at all to Giannis Antetokounmpo's supporting cast in Milwaukee, but Pat Beverly, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, that's a different breed of cat coming at you off that bench. Those are different cats coming at you if you're the Lakers. If your role players don't match that energy, that ferociousness, that anger, because Pat Beverly plays like you stole his lunch money.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get it back. Like if you don't have guys that go out and match that on a matinee on a Sunday when the whole world is watching, it's going to be interesting.
But Seki, I'll give you this, right? Rondo. Playoff Rondo is different than regular season Rondo. So I need Rondo to step up, guard Lou Williams, and I think that's something that will come. White Mamba or the hairless Mamba, Ball Mamba, whatever you want to call him. Alex Caruso has been bringing energy on that second unit. He's been guarding. He's been attacking the basket. He's been giving them a boost off the bench. He doesn't give the point production like Lou Williams, but he brings an energy to the game that kind of gives them a boost on their bench. So those two guys can help the Lakers try to match the scoring production that comes off the bench, and we'll see if it's enough.
Can't wait to see that game. You can check it out Sunday. And, of course, you can see all the post-game coverage right here on NBA TV. We're just hanging out talking basketball. Why don't you come out and hang out with us some more? We'll be right back.